and subscribe! Woo!
I mean, anyone can misplace things,
But a whole reindeer?
well, I mean, I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation.
The kid's here.
Hey, kid! Green Bear and I are having a little chatty chat that's all about Santa baby.
I mean, my point is, if Santa can keep track of all the kids and all their presents,
Not to mention all their addresses all over the world.
how can he lose a whole reindeer?
They are literally in front of him. Oh, I bet the reindeer wandered off when Santa got off the sleigh. Yup. Oh,
That makes sense.
why didn't we think of that?
We gotta go in.
We've got to go in and hopefully find Santa's lost reindeer. You ready, team Santa baby? Let's go in. Oh, this book belongs to you and me and the KidTime family. Santa, what are you doing at the very front of the book? We're not even in the story yet. Oh, no. He's already looking for the lost reindeer and looking very distressed about it.
We have been called to duty.
And in fact, we have a message coded just for us. Let's take a closer look. Everybody needs a little help sometimes, even Santa. And that scribble right there is Rachel Hilz, the author. We have our marching orders.
We're coming, Santa!
But do you happen to see anything odd looking, unusual, slightly off on the page at all? 'Twas the night before Christmas, the night just before, when good old St. Nicholas showed up at my door. He knocked, and he knocked, then pounded, and pounded. That jolly old man with a belly so rounded from cookies and milk and all sorts of goodies that he gobbled down quickly while warming his footies.
Bad dog! Bad dog! You're gonna get a bone of coal if you eat Santa's cookies!
Yum! He flung the door open, bashed into the wall, and there Santa stood, trying hard not to fall. He was gasping for breath and gripping the wall. That new reindeer's the one who's to blame for it all. That foolish deer fled. He was spooked by a jet. I'm sorry to say, I'm just very upset. Of course Santa's upset. He has to be. Look at how close that jet came, and everybody's free flying and
Wait a minute. That's not Rudolph!
Something did look off.
Yup. That's the new guy.
The new guy?
I've never heard of a yellow-nosed reindeer.
Well, that song hasn't been written.
Yet.
And to my dismay, I just have to say that even old Santa can have a bad day. I'm training new deer, see? Oh, see, my last team got old. They said they were tired. They said they were cold. Brr, brr, I'm cold. Brr. They said their backs ached. Ow. And their eyesight was failing. Huh? They griped and they grumbled because they were ailing. I've a new leading deer. He is just a young fellow. He's clever and fast. His nose shines bright yellow. But we lost this new guy when our sled took a dive. Now I need some real help from a big 4-wheel drive.
And just look at what the family happens to have parked out in the driveway. Also, memorize this face, that name, Bucky, and that nose, Yellow.
I'm afraid Bucky's lost somewhere out in the cold. And for tracking down reindeer, I'm getting too old. I was hoping you'd help me to find my large pet. There are many deliveries we haven't made yet. Ooh, sounds like Christmas is in danger, Santa. I'm afraid he's still learning and might be in trouble. I must hurry to find him so quick on the double.
So the rest of us climbed in the truck super quick. There was Mom and myself and good old Saint Nick and those 2 naughty dogs. Inside our garage, the 8 reindeer stayed warm while we all froze our bums in a giant snowstorm. Oh, I see. they're not joining the search party? Oh, no. They're indulging in what we call Reindeer Games. Let's see. We have a fierce game of ping pong going on over here. Oh, and this one's checking out some KidTime StoryTimes. And this one's playing with a paper boat. And these two have a card game going on. This one is chilling like a villain. And this one's vroom, 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 playing with his toy car. Adorable. But we have to go back out there into the snow to look for Bucky. Santa said, "We will find him, even though it is night. After all, on the end of his nose is a light." We went to find Bucky with his bright yellow glow. We hoped it would shine through the blizzarding snow. Oh man, it's that sideways snow that gets into your eyeballs. We traveled for miles on the slick winter road. It was snowing and blowing and ever so cold. Then, we finally saw through the black of the night a set of great antlers and a shining bright light. There stood our poor Bucky, incredibly lost and so cold that his coat was all covered with frost. Santa stepped from the truck onto white, crispy snow. He said, "Oh, I'm so glad to see Bucky's bright glow. Oh. Come, Bucky," called Santa. "Come, Bucky, come, boy." Both Bucky and Santa were filled with great joy. Reunited, and it feels so good. But Bucky was cold. Look at that poor guy, frozen right to the bone. "We must warm him," Mom said. "Then let's get him home." So into the truck went the frozen reindeer, while down Santa's cheek slid a warm, joyful tear. Oh, Santa, he of the big belly and the big heart. We took Bucky home and thawed him right out. Woo! Then Santa's team left to continue their route. Now, before Santa left, as he started to go, he looked at me saying, "I want you to know, I really love Bucky. He's such a good dear. When he disappeared, I had so much to fear." Poor Santa, he has been through it tonight. Oh, I think Bucky's happy to give me a scare. If a deer has 9 lives, he's got no more to spare. And meanwhile, he's hugging with everybody. They're like, "Yo, man, where did you go this time? Thank you for helping me find him tonight. Thank you for helping me make everything right." That's all in a night's work for Team Santa Baby.
We should all probably get extra toys for our heroic deeds, I'm just saying.
Santa stopped and he paused. He said nothing more. He walked right on past me and rushed out the door because we have a world to get to. Then, as quick as he left, he came running back in with presents piled all the way up to his chin.
Yay! Santa heard me!
Santa carried the presents to our Christmas tree and spread them all out for my family and me. And look at this absolutely gorgeous gift wrapping, and with the decorations of reindeer with candy cane antlers. The time had then come for old Santa to go. He headed outside into white swirling snow. Meanwhile, all the other reindeer are looking fresh and raring to go because on the busiest night of the year, they got a giant break and got to play reindeer games. Then, into the night, Santa left with his dear "Merry Christmas to all!" was what I could hear. I stared up at the sky on that dark, snowy night. I saw it. Oh, yes. There goes Bucky's bright light. Glow, Bucky, glow. Glow, Bucky, glow. Wait, Bucky, What's he doing there?
Is he lost again?
This did not happen with Team Rudolph.
Bucky, the yellow-nosed reindeer.
Had a very amber glow.
And if you ever saw him,
Chances are he might be lost. Ho,